State and lifecycle. Let's go over understanding state in React. State is a built-in feature of React that allows components to keep track of mutable data. It represents the current condition of a component and can be changed over time in response to user actions, network responses, or other events. Stateful components are components that manage their own state. Now, next, managing state with class components. In class components, state is initialized in the constructor and accessed via this.state. To update state, you use the setState method provided by React. When state changes, React automatically re-renders the component to reflect the updated state. In this example, the counter component manages its own state with the count property. Clicking the increment button updates the state, causing the component to re-render and display the updated count. So if you go through this example here, we have the class counter extends react.component. It has the constructor props where it's setting this dot state count equal to 0. Next, if you look at the increment count function, this dot set state, it increments that state's count by 1. And finally, the render function, which renders the HTML for that particular counter and the button. Lifecycle methods in class components. Class components have a set of lifecycle methods that are invoked at different stages of a component's lifecycle. These methods allow you to perform actions such as initializing state, fetching data from a server, or cleaning up resources. Some common lifecycle methods include componentDidMount. It's invoked after the component is mounted, inserted into the DOM. This is a good place to perform initial setup such as fetching data from an API. Next, componentDidUpdate, which takes two arguments, previous props and previous state, invoked after the component is updated. This is where you can perform side effects in response to prop or state changes. Next one, componentWillUnmount. This is invoked immediately before the component is unmounted and destroyed. This is where you can clean up any resources or event listeners created by the component. Updating state and re-rendering components. In React, you should never modify state directly. Instead, use the setState method provided by React to update state. When you call setState, React merges the updated state into the existing state and schedules a re-render of the component. If you look at this example, clicking the button toggles the is toggle on state between true and false. React automatically re-renders the component with the updated state, updating the button text accordingly. If you look at it here, we have the render function. We have the class toggle, which has the is toggle on inside the set state to be set true. Now, the way we handle click function is we are saying that is toggle is not equal to previous state dot is toggle on. So if it's true, it's set to false. If it's false, that's what toggle does. That's what you assign to this dot set state and pass the previous state in there. In summary, state and lifecycle methods are essential concepts in React for managing dynamic data and performing actions at different stages of a component's lifecycle. By understanding how to manage state and utilize lifecycle methods effectively, you can build robust and interactive React applications.